My guest tonight is Troy Warenka, offensive line coach of the Jacksonville Sharks. Welcome to the show, Troy.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
No problem. How are you doing? Both of our teams are not in the championship game this year.
Yeah. Next question.
So this was your first year in the IFL?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. First year.
Tell me a little bit about it. What'd you like?
Uh, Man, what a rush. What an experience. The Premier Arena Football League and being with the Sharks, 15 years in arena football, um, meeting all the competition, all the other teams and coaches and players.
Hmm.
I'll tell you what, the IFL really is the Premier League. It really is.
How did you come about getting on the Sharks?
So I coached high school football for about 9 years. Met with Coach Gibson prior to the season. Um, he asked me about joining the staff, so joined the staff December of last year.
Awesome, awesome. So who is your take for this year? Vegas or Green Bay? You played against both teams.
Yeah, I'm really, man, I really want Vegas to pull it out. I really do,
Vegas.
but I really believe the way the Eastern Conference was this year and how strong it was across the board. I
Hmm.
mean, the first year that I think what 6 out of the 8 teams were playoff contention. Um,
Hmm.
you know, top 4 teams were all 10-6 and better. So I just think Green Bay is a little bit stronger than Vegas, but I really want Vegas to pull it out. But as a coach, I'm looking at Green Bay.
Gotcha. I'm going for Vegas. I think Vegas will pull it out. So
We'll see.
have you guys started the preparing for next year and all that?
Oh yeah, definitely. We actually start preparing before the regular season ends, and then obviously getting into the postseason really helped. But yeah, whether it's re-signing guys to come back next year, or hitting the pavement with sponsors and following up on the IFL and everything that's going on. It's been pretty cool. It's been pretty cool. Yeah, but we are actively working right now.
So you said IFL is the premier league. Why do you say that?
Well, if you look at it, I mean, I've gone back and forth with several arena people on social media, and
Hmm.
the facts are the facts. The IFL has the most players that go to the next level. The IFL is working the TV deal in a smart way. I know a lot of people don't think it is, but I just think with any Premier League, there's going to be bumps in the road, and I think the IFL is handling it the best they can. And I think the teams that are there and the ones that are coming in, yeah, we're gonna rise real quick.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I think the IFL is the strongest indoor football league or arena league, and they do it the right way, vetting teams to come in. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I mean they do their research. It's not just about money; it's about the fans, the fan experience. Um, Overall, every away game that I went to and every home game, obviously the Shark Tank is well known for being loud, and our fans are amazing, and every coach is going to say that about their team. But the IFL really is smart in what they do. Um, Obviously, we're NAL champions prior to joining the
Yep.
IFL, so the IFL is definitely the league to be a part of, and compared to other leagues, you don't see a lot of teams leaving the IFL. Like in the NAL and AF1. So that tells you something about the league itself. That ownership in the different cities are sticking around because they know it's a bigger. There's a lot more at the end of the road than what people think.
Yeah, I have a lot of Shark fans that are my friends, so At least they act like they're my friends, but I definitely want to go check out a game in the Shark Tank. I haven't been able to experience that.
It's second to none. I mean, I've been to Mass, I've been to Green Bay, I've been to Iowa, I've been to Quad City. Quad City's pretty loud, but Jacksonville, if you look at the numbers without exaggerating, we're averaging between 7,500 and 10,000 people every home game.
Hmm.
That's every home game. That's not, a special night or anything else. That's every home game. Um, but it took 15 years, 4 championships to make it happen. So
A certain team in Arizona, the Rattlers, draw. Have you ever been to a Rattlers game?
we haven't been out there. They played us at home and we beat
Yeah.
them. Just want to
Yes,
put
you
that
did.
out there. But that was a high this season. We had a good thing. We beat Arizona at home, number
Hmm.
one team in the IFL at the time, and then we came back and beat Quad City at home, which was the number one team in the East.
Yeah,
And then we came in and beat. Before that we beat Green Bay at home.
they were the number one team.
Yeah, so we just couldn't put it off on the road, man. The road really hurt us this year.
Hmm. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to next year and seeing how the schedules work out.
Yeah, the cool thing about the league, even though as coaches and fans, because I'm a fan also, I'm not just a coach.
Hmm.
The IFL holds a lot of things close until the end of the year, so it almost makes you want to whether it's the awards or the season or the schedule or the new teams that are coming in next year. Yeah, the words get out a little bit, but I'm really looking forward to see how the East and the West come together with the expansion. Because I'd really like to travel more. And when you come to Jax, let me know you'll be my guest. And real quick,
Awesome.
to one of your viewers that's online right now, Skylar.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm still drinking the pickle juice. I
Yeah.
am the pickle juice king.
So, what is the pickle juice joke or whatever?
So when you coach high school,
Hmm.
kids cramp up. You got 100 yards by what 50 or 42 yards by 100 yards or whatever it is, but they cramp up, and the best thing for cramps is pickle juice because of the vinegar and everything else. So I made a joke with one of my veterans on the team. He's like, "Man, coach, I'm tired, man. I'm kicking them left and right. I'm just tired." I'm like, I ran back and got my kryptonite and came back with pickle juice. So a lot of the fans saw the pickle juice and they're like, nobody's ever brought pickle juice before, and the guys were drinking it like water. So I became the pickle juice guy.
And it worked for them. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, they loved it because it hydrates you.
Hmm.
I mean, you're indoor, you don't have the sun, but you still got fatigue and water and Gatorade and liquid IV and all that's great stuff. But nothing beats the good old fashioned pickle juice. Gotta have it.
Yeah. It also cures hangovers if you drink a lot and you drink the pickle juice, then you'll be fine.
You're right, absolutely right.
So you touched on expansion teams. Can you divulge a little bit, or are you not allowed
Well,
to
I mean,
talk about it?
well, I love the title of your page. The IFL Uncensored. So I
Hmm.
don't have any inside scoop. I don't have like a little secret person that I call or anything. But there's a lot on the table right now with Massachusetts, whether they're going to Tampa or Orlando or even moving at all because of everything back and forth. So um, I I believe there's a team in Texas coming on board. I think that was already somewhat leaked. We as the Sharks would love to see Tampa and Orlando or even Miami or even Atlanta.
Hmm.
Because if you look at the map of the IFL, we're obviously the most southern team,
Yes.
and then traveling to Mass or even Green Bay and even Des Moines and Quad City, these aren't big metropolises. So putting all them guys on a plane and then having to do a connection and flight time and drive time to the hotel. A lot of people don't realize how much fatigue that is, not just physically but mentally,
Yeah.
because you're just bored. You're flying or you're driving or whatever it is. So we'd really love to kick Orlando's butt some more like we did back in the day, with
Yes.
AFL and everything else. The rivalry on I-4.
I
Um,
liked the Sharks better than the Orlando Predators.
the funny thing is our kicker kicked for the Predators before he came over to us, and
Yeah.
we really ragged on him a lot, Dylan Barnes. But um, I'd love to see Orlando come up again. I know they have a they possible sale pending, new ownership, very established, something that the IFL is looking for. They've got a great TV market. So when the IFL looks at all that, they look at things like the NFL and like the UFL, the TV market, the fan base, and things of that nature.
Hmm.
And I know the IFL went through, especially with your team, the officiating process. A lot of things going on there. But the only thing I could tell the fans is understand the officials in the IFL. If they followed the IFL last year, you would have seen a immediate change in officiating from last year to this year.
Hmm.
So give those guys a break, but not just that game, but several games this year were decided by a penalty, whether it resulted in a score or a deuce or a field goal or whatever it was. You know, it wasn't just that one game that caused all the controversy. It was many, many games over the
Yeah.
course of the season. But the same thing happens in the UFL and the NFL. The same thing. So as fans and as coaches and players and things like that, we just have to go with it and learn to adjust a little bit, because it takes the league along with the teams, along with the players, along with the fans to keep this thing going. And I think the IFL is the next best thing to the original AFL. And growing up in Miami, we had the Miami Hooters.
Hmm.
I don't think a lot of people remember Miami had an arena team called the Hooters.
I remember.
Oh yeah, so man, what a rush arena football is. I just wish more people, you know, understood it and accepted it, that it is real football. It is
Hmm.
competitive. It's not just a fly by night, you know, throw people on a artificial turf and make it happen. It gives you the ability for a podcast. Bob and Jim in Jacksonville have the
Yeah.
Inside the Shark podcast. So there's a lot of good things that can come out of this if we all just come together and support it. And I appreciate your support, man. That's amazing. You're doing a great job.
Thank you. Thank you. Um. So the IFL. Seriously, I have a platform with the IFL to do what I'm exactly doing, but in the NFL, the players are gonna tell me to kick rocks, and you can't even get close to them, right?
Sometimes depends
So,
on the players.
yeah, depends on the players, but the players in the IFL and the coaches, and it's like one big family, don't you
Mhm.
think?
Oh, agree. Completely agree. I mean, if you look at the transaction report, how many guys get cut from one team and picked up by another?
Hmm.
Where in the NFL you would see a guy cut, and unless I mean, if you're cut in the NFL, that's a red flag to every coach or every player personnel out there. Why did he get cut? Was
Hmm.
it a roster move? Was it discipline? Was it coaching? A player gets cut in the IFL, and there's a 75% chance he's going to get picked up by another team because of our roster. 25, 21 dress, IR, refuse to report. I mean, all those things are a key factor. So it allows the player to create a fan and a fan base and take it to that next city. And that's what keeps the IFL connected all the way around.
Look at Sam Castronova. He was a former Jacksonville Shark. Goes up to Albany, wins the championship there. Goes to Tulsa, and now he's in the UFL.
Well, he's signed, but Sam's a good quarterback.
Hmm.
We really we talked because obviously we played him the very first game when he came back to the IFL,
Hmm.
and they beat us. Good game, but you know, Sam's one of those exceptions to the rule, I guess. You know, go off, win the championship, come over here. Everybody thought he was going to win here. Thought they
Hmm.
were, he was going to take Tulsa all the way, and that would have been remarkable too. That would have showed his character and his ability as a quarterback. But man, Sam's a great guy. You know, he came over and said hi to everybody, the new players, the veterans, the coaching staff, the ownership. Very humble guy. He really deserves that opportunity.
Yeah, I'm very happy for him. So, how many of the current teams have you been? Have you been to all the away teams except for the Rattlers? And
Well, Arizona played us. We didn't. We
Mhm.
didn't play them
Yeah, you
away.
didn't play them.
Um, right. Let's see. No, the only away game I didn't go to was Tulsa
Tulsa.
because we played them away. I didn't go. Another coach went. That's the other thing about the IFL is not every coach and not every person on the staff goes to every away game. It's very costly and we grunted out for practice during the week, so we're good, man. We're solid. We got
Nice.
our DC Clay Harrell, 23 years in the league as a player, a champion, and a coach. So we have a really good staff. Chris Robinson, Coach Gibson. Multiple championships at every level, even
Hmm.
Nike High School Coach of the Year. So we have a sound staff, player personnel, everything. I really wish the fans would see more of the behind the scenes and understand more of what goes on, and I think they'd be a little bit more appreciative. So maybe that's something you could do over there, and we'll get
Hmm.
Bob and Jim over here, and we can make something happen.
Definitely sounds good. So, one current team that is not in the IFL that you would like to see come over,
I'll tell you who's pretty awesome, and you had them yesterday, is the Duluth Harbor Monsters.
Duluth Harbor Monsters.
Yeah, I mean it's a big step from where they're at. Not disrespecting their league or anything, but
Hmm.
Albany Firebirds are real, strong contender. East side, East Coast, so that helps. In the West, I don't know because there's so many smaller leagues out there with so many teams.
Hmm.
But I think there's a lot of good quality teams with good ownership and good coaching that deserve an opportunity in the IFL. But then again, I'm not with the IFL, so I can't, you know, push for them, so to speak. But I
Did you
think
guys?
Duluth would be good.
Duluth is. Yeah, I would like to see Duluth join. There's there's kind of rumors that they are joining the IFL, but we'll find out.
You'll know before me.
Uh, so did you guys have like a end of season party or something for the Sharks?
Not yet. Usually that happens. The most important thing is at the end of the season, at least to us, the Sharks, and I'm speaking for what we do.
Hmm.
Number one, we got to make sure everybody's healthy. So we do a lot of exit physicals and things like that. And the other thing is, a lot of these guys have been away from their families and their children for the past 8 months. So we allow everybody to exit interview and then get home, figure out what's going on, and then we bring everybody in and we have an end of year, and then of course the team has an end of year with the staff and things like that.
Awesome. What is your favorite away place to go and stay in the hotels and see the city and stuff?
So I'm originally from Milwaukee, so Green Bay, obviously because of Lambeau, but they're good hosts. As
Hmm.
far as hotels, I will tell you, Fisher Freight is a Class A organization. From the hotels, the meals, the arena, the staff, you know, coach, the players. It got a little heated during the game, but that's what we like to be
Yeah,
competitive. But as far as an away host, I would say Fisher Freight number one, and then Quad City number two.
Fisher's Freight number one, Quad City two. That's good.
Yeah.
I want to go to both of those. I haven't been able to check those out. Mine would be San Antonio. San Antonio is class act. Their owners, and I've been to Vegas, and Vegas has treated me really well on the road.
Now,
But
when
go on.
go ahead. So when San Antonio came to us, because we
Hmm.
only played them, they came to Jax this year. The owner after the game came around and shook everybody's hand and thanked us for the game that we played, even though we lost.
Hmm.
Like so professional and so like right there, just really good. I agree with you on the San Antonio ownership. They're really good people.
Yeah, Don Rackler. He was taking pictures with me and my wife and my buddies, and then he's like, "We're gonna beat you guys," and he's a hoot.
Yeah,
And then Fisher's Freight though, I think they're gonna be a surprise team next year.
I think their only holdup this year was personnel. Um, yeah, and Dixie's a great coach. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
he really is. Obviously, another coach that's been a part of arena football for 20 plus years. Very knowledgeable. But I think it was just player personnel and getting the right people in the right place because look at what they started and look at how they finished.
Mm-hmm.
Very impressive. I put him and Coach Gibson at the top of my list for Coach of the Year, only because not that they had the best records or anything else, but just how passionate both of them are for the game. So
Yeah. So hopefully you guys get to go to San Antonio next year, right?
I hope so. I think so because depending on who comes in expansion and the scheduling, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see if we get more away West Coast than we did this year.
Well, there's a chance that San Antonio would be moved to the east if we get uploaded on West, right?
Correct. They'll put that line through there, I
Mm-hmm.
guess. So I guess
That
I guess the word is that they're going to stop at 24.
24. Do you agree with that, or do you think
Yeah,
yeah.
because I'll tell you, if you look at okay from arena and the next level up would be what in your opinion?
The arena, the next level would probably be UFL or CFL?
Yeah, UFL or CFL. So now when you look at football, competitive football,
Mhm.
professional football, so UFL right now this past year they're going through a lot of kickback from their players. So they're talking about creating a players union, almost like the NFLPA.
Mm.
So if the UFL unites and creates a players union, that's going to be a big problem for the league and the owners, just because of the pay structure and the TV deal and all that other stuff. That's why people don't realize that the contracts are the way they are in the NFL because of TV.
Mhm.
I mean, it's strictly marketing and TV. So
So would that be bad for the IFL too if they had, or
no,
it would
because the IFL is more limited.
Mhm.
We're actually, if you look at arena football in general, we're giving those guys that made it and are trying to come back, or the guys that didn't even get a look out of college. I mean, we had two linemen from Alabama that were on national championship teams that just needed an opportunity. It wasn't that they weren't looked at before, but maybe they were overlooked. So
Mhm.
the IFL is very important to, like Sam going to the UFL. Would Sam have gotten the same opportunity if he didn't succeed in arena? So with every pro, there's a con. With every con, there's a pro. I think the
Mhm.
IFL is here to stay, but I just wish that people would understand how premier the league is and what the league does for the players and helps them get to those levels. I mean, you don't see an NFL wide receiver hitting a wall at 30 miles an
No.
hour with two defenders crashing. You don't see that in the UFL.
Mm-mm. And then, so like Jared Harrington, you know who he is, right?
Hmm.
He played for the Rattlers and then the Quad City Steamrollers. He was 5'9", but the guy was tough as nails, but never got the shot in the NFL. Is it because of the height?
No, because you have plenty of running backs. I think the NFL went through a running back decrease the past 4 or 5 years. I think last year is when it started coming back up. Because I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we don't have the John Riggin types anymore. The Mike Allstott, you don't have that type anymore in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's a matter of size or who you are. I think it's a matter of gameplay and how the coaches are drawing up the plays. Um, but there's a lot smaller running backs that are in the league right now and running it like crazy.
Devontae
Um,
Sapp Lynch. Mm-hmm.
I mean, think about like Jimmy Robinson that
I
played for
was,
Mass
yeah.
and now plays for us. You
Mm-hmm.
want to talk about heart? I mean, season-ending injury, but that guy's a leader on and off the field, man.
Mm-hmm.
He was at every practice. He deserves an opportunity. His ability on the field, his vision that he can see is amazing. So, yeah, guys like that deserve an opportunity, but it's a matter of finding the right team that has the right offensive coordinator or the right head coach that can fit that size player into their gameplay. But even if not, use them on special teams, kick return. You know, there's
Yep.
so much talent in the IFL that I think the NFL player personnel needs to come and see more arena football games
Yeah.
and get those guys and not the UFL. I think too many guys in arena are being recruited to CFL and UFL rather than a straight
The
shot to the
NFL.
NFL. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the guy from Mass had a tryout with the Patriots, the wide receiver this year. So it
I.
does happen,
Mm-hmm.
but we need it to happen more.
What was your take on Rogers number 80 for the Sharks?
Marcus's class act. Again, so this year we had a total of, I want to say, 21 rookies.
21 rookies.
Yeah, and I think 8 out of the 16 games we suited up 17 first-year arena players, and
Jeez.
Marcus Rogers was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So he developed. You know what I mean? He didn't come out and make a great impact immediately, but he developed and ended up being one of the top receivers in the league. I think we want him to come back, and I'm sure he will come back unless he gets another opportunity. But
Mm-hmm.
I think Marcus is a really level-headed guy. Class act in meetings, class act in practice, always watching film. Yeah, he's a great kid. Great kid.
And then you guys had Tyler Huff. He was an animal too, right?
The big Huffster, Jacksonville State University. Yeah, that was a great opportunity. Local kid too.
Yeah,
Um, a lot of things that people don't realize about him. He's in the Army Reserve, so he serves our country and arena football and his house and everything else. That
that's
kid's a
awesome.
beast. That kid's a beast, man. He takes a licking.
Mm-hmm.
Woo.
So, what do you have to say to the people that are watching this podcast that have never seen IFL football? Why they should go?
You're missing out. It's very family oriented. You can bring your kids. You can bring your grandkids. You can bring your infants. Um, the one thing that's really cool, and I saw it at a lot of away games also, is at the end of the game, we bring out tables and chairs and let the fans storm the field and the players autograph and the cheerleaders autograph. Shout out to the attack dance team with the Sharks. Great job.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Green Bay does it. Quad does it. So it's an experience where you can actually meet the players. Nobody's walking around like they're worth $10 million and driving a Lamborghini. It's very fan based, and you don't have to worry about rain, sun, or snow. Arena football is all indoors.
Mm-hmm. Awesome, man. So, you just what are you doing now until the season?
So I am on a recruiting trip. I am looking for the next best thing for Jacksonville. Watching film, getting ready for the championship game in 10 days. Looking to see who goes on the transaction report, free agency. Just looking for ways that I can help Coach Gibson and the Sharks bring another banner back and put it up in the rafters next year.
Awesome. Well, it's been a pleasure having you on my show, and I will let you get back to your recruiting. You have a great night, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you again. Go
No
Sharks.
problem. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.